we believe that we have already enough data to become climate resilient, right? But using that data is the issue, right? So we are not connected. We have a lot of bureaucracy in terms of connecting that data, and there's no agency that is doing like like all those dots together, right? When we set up the company, we have a very clear perception of what climate change is. It's a very broad topic, but when we started Komunidad, we believe that there are two major areas of climate change, which is climate adaptation and mitigation. Climate adaptation, the effects of the impact of climate change, which we believe that is happening already in this part of the world, in the Philippines. And mitigation, of course, decarbonization, all these things happens in the other part of the world. It's becoming mandatory. So we have that in mind before we started, Komunidad. And with that, since we are coming from technology background, we are able to fusion climate change and data and software into one. And however, the reason why our company is called Komunidad, because we always have this culture of immersion and real impact, meaning we want to solve real climate challenges of businesses and communities, and we want to provide real impact. So Komunidad is a software company. We provide software as a service, meaning we provide software subscriptions through web and mobile applications. What we are trying to do now is to provide a data-driven and efficient solution for many companies and of course governments too. So it's a software. It's a software, but we have integrated a lot of data in it, right? And the purpose, of course, is to solve what challenges of climate change you are tapping to. If you're in Philippines, you would focus on climate resilience, meaning it could be on a day-to-day operations like typhoon, flooding. It could be also for reporting purposes, long-term for climate risk, physical impact risk assessments, and now it evolves into sustainability reporting and a lot more. Our process is a bit reversed than other software companies. Most software companies, most startups build their products, and then they find a product market fit. They find something, and then they make iterations about that. But for us, we are very customer centric, right? We started by understanding the needs of the customer, and from there we build these systems. So in a way, the reason why we're customer centric is we believe that climate change is a real problem, and it should have impact on the end users, right? So our systems are designed that way. So the data that we use is also depends on the industry. If it's government, usually government, they protect their people, their villages, their barangays. For energy sector, it could be more for power forecasting, different types of things. For conglomerates, it could be sustainability reporting and a lot more. So for us, it's mostly we use what is needed, and we use what's the best available. So we believe that that's the best export of Filipino talent. Being climate resilient, knowing all the situations in the ground, because it's happening now to us, right? So we believe that we are the best to tell the world that we know all these things, right? So that's the whole concept, right? So we built it here in the Philippines, and of course during the expansion of the company, we have office in Singapore, we have office in Philippines, and now we're also expanding in the Europe region. For now, we are serving like 24,000 villages in Assam state in India. It's a state in India. And we are serving like 1,500 farmers in Cambodia. And we are serving the biggest cities and companies here in the Philippines. So that reach, we are very happy that, it came naturally to us. Example, if you do a software as a service in terms of accounting, all the other things, it's already run by other countries, right? Like accounting software, CRM, all these things. But what about disaster management software, climate change software? I think Filipinos are very good at it, and we should really develop it more. and expand to others. That can be our best export. Yeah, when we started officially Komunidad around 2021, so and within 2 years, we have tested a lot of scenarios with the clients. So we have clients from the biggest cities in the Philippines. We have clients from the islands in the Philippines, municipalities, barangays, power companies, mining, schools, BPOs. So there's a lot of variations in terms of how it. But of course, it's not that mainstream in a way. So for us, the impact to the clients is really important. It will help us to further decide on what's next. So within the next coming years, what we are planning to do is to still improve those, those use cases. So we want to tap more industries, and at the same time, we are already working with global resources. So we're working with, we'll be hiring people in Europe. We'll be hiring people in other parts of Asia to start also doing that, right? So in a way, it's our only way is to go, expand in other countries. But for now, we are the only player in this market in the Philippines. But of course, having more players in the market within this industry is better for the planet, right? It's better for the world. If you look at it in a like technical way, the Philippines and then the government has a lot of infrastructure. They have a lot of technology that's available out there. Like we have technology from like Pag-asa, we have technology from many organizations, and we believe that we have already enough data to become climate resilient, right? But using that data is the issue, right? So we are not connected. We have a lot of bureaucracy in terms of connecting that data, and there's no agency that is doing like all those dots together, right? So there's data sharing issues. If you evaluate it, we have very nice infrastructure, and that produces a lot of data. But the role of the private sector and us is to bring that all together to solve a problem in an industry, right? So that's what we are doing at Komunidad, and I believe we are just of the few organizations that is taking it very seriously, right? So if you use our system, you would be surprised that this data exists. But this data is already existing already, except that no one's using it, right? So yeah, this is how we see the collaboration. Governments improve the science. Our governments, they improve the science. They invest in infrastructure, but the private sector is the one doing a tailor-fit solution to an industry, or to a person, or to whatever who would benefit from that.